Okay, simplify the expression. This is 2.10. Okay, these are just reviews at the beginning. -4 parentheses x minus 6. Now, there's no replacement for the x variable. Okay, I'm not going to put any number in for x and then solve it from there. Okay, so here's what I do then. I just put in the operation. So -4 in the parentheses is times. Then x in the 6 is minus. Okay, I don't like minuses, so make it plus, and then the number right after it goes into a negative. Okay, then parentheses, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So the parentheses we can't do anything with because we don't know what x is. Multiplication, well, I don't have any in the parentheses, but I have this outside, so then this -4 gets distributed, okay? So -4, -4, and then I'm going to take it times the x, and then I'm going to take it times the -6. So -4 times x is -4x, and then -4 times -6 is 24. So I write a plus down, and we have -4x plus 24. The reason I'm writing a plus down is because that's the sign you have in the parentheses. Okay, so the multiplication's been done, everything I can. There's no division. And I'm not going to add either because that has an x, that doesn't. We can't add those, and that's as simplified as she gets. Okay, next problem, we have 2 parentheses 4x plus 3. Okay, so again, I'm not giving a replacement for the x. I put my operators in. That'd be a dot, 4 and x and 3 is plus. Okay, so I'm not even going to put e, okay? So the parentheses, again, with the x inside, I can't figure out what's in there, okay? So the parentheses, I don't have any. Multiplication, well, within the parentheses, I have 4 times x. Again, I don't know what x is. Then but I have this outside, so I come over the top then, okay, like I did here. So what we have here is 2 times 4 times x, okay? And then I go over the plus sign, and we have 2 times 3. So 2 times 4 is 8, and then x, 2 times 3 is 6. So I put a plus sign, and then it's 8x plus 6. I just write that over here. Okay, so the multiplying's done. The dividing, there is none. Adding, I can't add those. That's multiplied by x. That one is not. Okay, next problem. 6 parentheses -2x plus 3 plus 5x. Okay, so between the 6 and the parentheses is times. The -2 and the x is times. The x and the 3 is plus. And then 3 and 5 is plus, and then 5 is times. So I simplify parentheses, multiply, divide, exponent. Now there is a parentheses, but again, we don't know what x is, so we can't figure that out. Multiplying, well, I have it here, but I don't know what x is. I have it here, I don't know what x is. And then 6 times the parentheses. I can multiply the 6 into the parentheses. Okay, so I write 6 out twice, not out here though, just into the parentheses. So I've got, before the plus, I'll circle the plus. Before the plus, I've got 6 times -2 times x. Then after the plus, we have 3. 6 times 3. So 6 times -2 is -12x. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay. Plus, we're going to have -12x, 18. Okay, so I cross that out. The parentheses is now gone. Negative 12x plus 18. So I've done the parentheses in the 6. Now I've still got the plus 5x. Okay, you can put the dot there if you want. Okay, so multiplication's done. Division. Okay, and then addition. Now, two of the three numbers are multiplied by x. Which ones are they? Negative 12 and 5. So I'm going to go negative 12 plus 5. And that's negative 7. Okay. Again, these are the two numbers that are multiplied by x. So we're allowed to add those. And that's negative 7. Then plus 18. And that's simplified. Usually end up with one number multiplied by x and another not with a plus sign. Okay, that's the end of the review here. So next one, it says find the quotient. Okay, negative 10, and then there's a line, negative 2. That line means division. Okay, you can use your calculator. A negative divided by negative is always a positive. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, and then that line means divided by, positive divided by a negative is a negative, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, positive divided by negative is always a negative, 14 divided by 2 is 7. If you don't know that, you can always go negative 10, negatives here. Divided by negative 2, that's 5. 10 divided by negative 2, that's negative 5. 14 divided by negative 2, negative 7. Okay, now the next one says simplify. You're going to have x's in this problem. Simplify the expression. Okay, the first expression, you got negative 14x plus 7 over 7, okay? Here's what you need to do first, okay? Put the operators in, so a dot, and then we have a plus between the x and the 7, and then between the numbers in the bottom, that's a division sign, okay? So parentheses, multiplication, division, addition. There are no parentheses, okay? Multiplication, we got negative 14 times x, but that doesn't do us any good because we don't know what x is, okay? Now division, here's why we're going to divide. We do have a division and we can do it, okay? We write out two division signs, okay? This bottom 7, this one right here, that's known as your divisor. You put that after your division sign. And then on top, you're going to take the negative 14 times x, and then go past the plus, and then you have 7. Okay, so you're breaking it up. Negative 14 times x divided by 7, and then 7 divided by 7. So what does that give me? Well, negative 14 divided by 7 is going to be negative 2. And then I attach an x onto the negative 2. And then I put plus 7 divided by 7 is 1. Okay, so I come over here, negative 2x plus 1. Division's done. Now the addition we can't do because we can't add a number multiplied by x with a number that's not. So that's the answer. Okay, next one. 35x minus 40 over negative 5. Okay, so put the operators in. Times, and then minus. I don't like a minus, so plus negative. So I know that 40 is negative. And then the division sign is the whole in the whole problem. So there are no parentheses. Multiplication, you got one, but you can't do it because you don't know what x is. Okay, dividing, well, the whole thing is a division, okay? So I put divided by, and this number on the bottom comes after the division, okay? It's on the bottom, so it needs to come after. Then on top, you're going to have 35 times x, and then negative 40. Okay, so 35 divided by negative 5 is negative 7, okay? So this here is negative 7. Don't forget the x factor still there. Plus negative 40 divided by negative 5 is 8. So division's done. Now addition, you got a number with an x, a number not, so that's the end of that problem. Okay, next one, 70x minus 14, negative 7. Okay, so we got times, we got minus, so plus negative, and then divided by negative 7. So we have the divided by. So, parentheses there are none. Multiplication here, but we can't do it. Division, yes, but there's two divisions because we have the bottom negative 7, but there's two things on top, okay? Two terms on top. Okay, so negative 7 on the bottom, and you're going to have 70 times x. Negative 14 also. So I take 70 divided by negative 7, okay? It's negative 10 with x, because there's an x, so I'll put in negative 10x. Negative divided by negative is a positive. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So negative 10x plus 2. And that's really the end of the problem. Okay. Next one. 16x minus 8 divided by negative 2. So 16 and x is times. X and 8 is minus, so that would be plus negative. And then the division by negative 2. So there's no parentheses, I'm not going to do that. There's no, there's multiplication here with the dot, but I don't know what x is, so I can't take 16, that's times a number. And then divided by, yes, the whole thing is a division, one giant division problem. Okay, you just have to break it up. So negative 2 comes after the division sign, and we have 16 times x, and then negative 8 in the front. You're basically just breaking these up. The plus sign, you break this divided by negative 2 and this divided by negative 2. So 16 divided by negative 2 is negative 8 with x. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is 4. So I put a plus sign because that's what's right there. So it's negative 8x plus 4. Okay, next problem, 14x minus 4, negative 2. So we got times, the minus 4 would be plus negative 4. Divided by, that's what the line represents, and then we have negative 2. So there's no parentheses, multiplication right there. Can't do it though. The division. Well, I can break this up, okay? I circle kind of plus. Divide, and negative 2 comes after the division. Whatever number's on the bottom goes after the division sign. So you're going to have 14 times dot x, and then negative 4. Okay, so 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7 with x. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is 2. You can use a calculator or whatnot, okay? So I put a plus sign. Why? Because that's what you have in the middle on top, and then you just got negative 7 and 2. We can't do anything more. Okay, I mean, I can't multiply those because I don't know x, and I can't add 2 because that is x, that doesn't. Okay. Okay, next one, negative 8x plus 4, negative 4. Okay, so parentheses, multiply, divide, add. Okay, there are no put the operations in. Remember that x is like a number, we just don't have a replacement, but that means times, plus 4 divided by negative 4. So parentheses don't have any multiplication. Negative 8 times x, can't do it because we don't know what x is. But I can do the whole division, okay? So this plus sign I just drop down, and then I make two divisions. Negative 4 is a divisor, so we put that after each division, okay? Then we're taking our negative 8 times x divided by 4, and our 4 divided by 4. So if you want to use a calculator, that's fine. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2, but the x doesn't go away, it's still there. 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. So that would be 2x plus negative 1. Okay, next one we have 25x minus 5 divided by 10. So we have multiplication, subtraction, so we're going to rewrite that as addition of negative 5. And then the division bar, and then 10. So I know all the operations in the problem. Okay, so parentheses, nope, multiplication, you have 25 times x, but we don't know x. The division, okay, now we can divide this expression, okay. So this plus right here I just dropped down. And then I need to break up the division. 10's on bottom, so it's going to be 10, 10. Now on top we got 25 with its times x, and then 5. So on a calculator, 25 divided by 10 is 2.5. So it'd be 2.5 with its x factor. On the bottom, 5 divided by 10, that's going to be 0.5. So we have 2.5x plus 0.5. Okay, then our last one here today. Negative 3x minus 6, negative 3. So times, minus, that'd be plus negative, divided by negative 3. So there are no parentheses. There's a multiplication right there, but I can't do it. Okay. Now I can do the division. Okay. And before I divide, I need to divide twice. I'm going to drop that plus down, just because a plus like breaks up the division. So you have negative 3. So negative 3 on the bottom is your divisor. Okay, that comes after the division, whatever is there. And then first you got the negative 3 with its times x, and then the negative 6. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 1 with x. Negative 3 divided by negative 6 divided by negative 3 is 2. So you can have 1x plus 2.